to this tournament.
Yeah, Joel Muita, you're joining us from the FUFA Technical Center in Nigeria. How has it been like between the last time we talked to you and now, when two teams, OLILA and ISRA, walk on to that artificial turf for their third, I think it's third game for one of the two. Take me through it, Joel.
Third, ISRA second.
I must say the final game today, and of course a game that means a lot to both teams. ISRA Soccer Academy, who lost their first game, need this result as much as they can. Equally for OLILA High School, who have so far played 2 games, need this game to make sure they brighten their chances of going past this group stage. But of course, if you consider the first 2 games for OLILA High School, lost their first game against She Corporate, but eventually bounced back to pick a point against Lady Doves yesterday. And they think they can attain maximum points today. And if they go into their final game, final 2 games, and hope that they can sneak maximum results, probably they will have a chance to qualify and go to the playoffs. But for ISRA Soccer Academy, they need to improve a lot of things. First of all, in the first game, conceded 5 goals to 0, and for now, they can only make sure that they improve, especially in the middle of the park, where they have players like Shanita, Naruwama, and the captain, Chomhendo, Smaya. So that's where largely you think they can improve. But equally, in their back line, they looked a little bit suspect whenever Fazile Kaput was attacking them, and probably the coaches have worked on that ahead of this game. But for OLILA, despite missing some of their key players who are doing Senior 6 exams, they have really tried to put up better performances, especially yesterday. With the addition of Eunice Ariakot in their defense, they looked very comfortable, and of course, into this game, they clearly have a chance to win and probably go to 4 points, and probably nick another result in the other game that they will play as they wait for the results in the other game. So equally, it's an important result, an important game for either side, and we hope whichever teams wins today will have a chance to qualify for the playoffs, with other games coming on Friday and Saturday. Yeah,
Joel, I know you love to be a part of the discussion we were holding before you chipped in. Me and Fifi were talking about OLILA High School and how it's benefiting from having a team play this. Other institutions are backing out of bursaries, but this one is still doing so. What is opinion like down there where you're playing in regards to schools, institutions that are into football or sport in general?
I would say you can't get more coverage than what you get in sports, because if you consider the amount of money that people pay for pages in the dailies, or the amount of money people pay for coverage on TV, it is really huge amounts. But if you consider these schools that are really incurring costs in women's football, you don't put in a lot of money, but at the end of the day, you get that coverage, you get the mileage, and probably you get so many parents that want to bring their students to study at those different schools. You've talked about OLILA High School, schools like Kawempe Muslim, institutions like UCU, institutions like MOBS have really, and Luwaga. So I think it was for the schools in terms of mileage, in terms of the image out there, and in terms of getting numbers to join their different schools.
Thank you very much, Joel. You've nailed it there. I see you at the halftime. Let me engage my colleague Fifi. Schools should not back out of bursaries. I think this must be discussed on the floor of Parliament. Definitely. Because we talk of extracurricular activities. And we've talked of, let me tell you one thing, you know how much money the Onyangos have bagged from football? None of us that went to school 23 years will ever get it.
Absolutely. We saw them in about 3 years, 362 million, and that is in the national team.
28, national team only. From 2018 to 2021.
Very vital. Actually, for me, we've seen our schools now in storage buildings, that is in town, because it is profitable. But I think we should go back to the traditional way that probably 80% of the schools should have infrastructure for co-curricular activities, have a football pitch, because not everybody is going to succeed via the education side, but people are going to succeed using their talent. So for me, it is very vital. But the good thing, I've seen the new curriculum that is regards to senior 5, 6.
As you talk us through the lineup as well.
The lineups, Kinems, of course, we have the sisters, Chen and Pio, but Podings, Ciprosa did score for them in their draw. Piding Cecilia will, of course, come in once in a while. But Ilamai Magdalene, that is in the midfield, and their captain, Amangat Marion, should be ready to help them. And, of course, the coach himself, Pande Sifu, should be able to help them. For ISRA Soccer Academy, Kasana Brenda, she was a disappointment in the first half when Lady Doves were rioting. Yes, but second half, I think she brings that game she brought in the second half. Then we'll have a very good team for them. ISRA Soccer Academy, once again, their captain, Chom Hendo, so doing some magic on the pitch. They need her to do that. Otherwise, they may not stand a chance against OLILA. What they base on, like you said, school, they have been together for some good time, apart from a few inclusions. But when you talk about unity and the togetherness, they go behind the ball. Yeah, that is OLILA for OHS.
You said last week that
OHS.
senior 1, senior 2?
Yeah, senior 1, senior 2, senior 3.
Senior 4, senior.
Yeah, no HSC.
No HSC.
Yeah, they are all below that. And then when you talk about ISRA, of course, he's also trying so hard there in Chisas to try to put up a very good team and produce other players, but also using players who have been loaned from Kawempe Muslims. But again, they have about, because of that, they have about 5 of them doing examinations.
Okay, yeah. But I think it's great for football to have women back on TV. It's the first time you're watching football on TV of women, and it's the FUFA Women's Super League. It's Group B. Because of COVID-19, there were 2 groups. There was a group there last week, and Kawempe and Uganda Mata sailed through. Now, these 5 teams here are contesting for 2 positions. The semi-finals will come on Monday, and the final on Wednesday next week. Fifi.
Yes.
That team.
Yeah, this team. Which one?
They're missing a couple of players,
yeah,
but it's a nursery.
Yeah, it's a nursery. Actually, they build their game free-foot flowing football. They normally don't go away from their way. Yeah, that is why they lost. They were humbled by Lady Doves 5-0. They come into this game. I know they look forward to not being thumped, so there will be probably damage limitation. But I highly believe that with the differences, because for ISRA, it came in as an academy, and now, of course, just integrated to Super League football, the second tier, then this league, just as the proprietor got interested to try showcase their talent, but he's just happy they're being exposed, but he will not worry about anything. Actually, they are punching above their weight.
Okay.
And I believe in this game it's to try not to be thumped, so concede as low as possible. And of course, we know between the two, one of them could be relegated to the FUFA Women Elite League.
So it's a final for them before the main final that comes around
matches.
for the under.
Yeah, because they are the 2 underdogs in the group. She Corporates, Lady Doves, and UCU, the 2 tips to go out of course, the group. These 2, nobody talks about them.
Okay. Coming up, that moment of silence will follow, and then Peter Tai will come to you live from the Fort Technical Center, where OLILA plays ISRA Soccer Academy. The earlier game you missed at 9 a.m. In case you did, Uganda Christian University Lady Cannons lost to Lady Doves 2-1. Lady Doves go on 7 points, UCU on 3. Both these teams in with a chance of going above Uganda Christian University in case of a result, especially for OLILA. See you at the half.
Well, there you have it, a moment of silence done, and of course the 2 sides will be coming through here. It's OLILA up against ISRA. It is a side that we shall be watching some entertaining football. ISRA do have some pretty good players, but OLILA will try very much to see if they can actually go down and get a very good result today. Well, they're currently having some changed kitties today. OLILA dressed in white and black, and on the other side, the ISRA side paying homage and respect to their maker as they try to see if they can actually get a beautiful result from this game today. OLILA with 1 point, ISRA with no point. They'll surely try very much see if they can go down and kick that football past the goalkeepers and maybe get that ball into the back of the net. Ajumo Eglas, the goalkeeper for OLILA, has actually been very stout at the back, conceding a few goals there. Game reading is very excellent, but on the other side, they'll be relying a lot on Amoding Siporosa, jersey number 17, Aluka Grace, very energetic football at number 12, and of course a change in the line today. Adong Cecilia starts in today's game as Ariokot Yunis also comes to the defense there for OLILA school. On the side of that is ISRA, a few also changes made. Kwaka Brenda back into the team for today's game. Chomuhendo Sumaya, the midfielder, very exciting midfielder, also begins today for, that is the ISRA side, and Namutebi Kuruthum will also be available to make sure they actually get this side into this game. The medics have been spot on this time, not actually giving away anything for faith. They rush in quickly whenever there is any issue of injury, and that's why the players are still very fresh for now. Game does get underway. It's the second match live today on your telly, UBC TV, as it's OLILA all the way from Soroti up against ISRA. It's a battle that will actually yield to maybe a goal or more in today's action. Ball booted away. Trying to venture to actually get some more options into the game here tonight. It's a driving ball forward. They're looking for Aluka Grace. Long ball through, but easily defended away by Shanita. Can they get more possession? Can they get more action in today's action here today? Throw in for leader. And of course, Amangat Morin shall be the one to deliver that ball to Aluka Grace. Swept away, not very far. Still in the defensive line. Intercepted here by Apio Patricia. Amoding goes slightly behind. It's a long ball away from Nadunga Bika. Defended well there by Nakageye. ISRA venturing forward slowly. Nabuto. Sumaya. Gliding ball forward again. Defended well by Nadunga. Not far. It's good distribution skills from Nagolo, Jovia, but unfortunately it goes away for a throw-in.
Well, between OLILA and ISRA, it is also survival for the fittest. OLILA would want to qualify, as they still have the chances. For ISRA, coming into this game with 0 points, they won't probably pick the first point of the game for them. But otherwise, the coach decided to go for a 4-3-3, which means they'll be attacking on set.
Long away from Nabuto. Headed again in the midfield there by Ilamai. Amangat. Aluka. This is good from OLILA. Away to Amangat Marion. On the far side. Can she deliver? Yes, she does. Inside here, but straight to the keeper, Kasana. Very good game reading there from Kasana. Trying to tell the players to come down there. Well, we saw her concede many goals, but in that game, it was actually good in game reading. Actually,
before that match, she has always been a second fiddle. Of course, they're missing their first choice goalkeeper. But because of the rules of the tournament, they had to have one, and she stepped up. She's the one there. Everybody knows they're missing the one. Probably they thought would do them wonders, but as it looks, they have to operate without her for the remaining games. They have so far gone for a second, and more two are yet to come.
Ball up front now. Let's wait and see what comes in from the throw.
Actually, their first goalkeeper, choice goalkeeper, is called Prima.
Ball stolen away by Amoding Cecilia. That's going to be a free kick. Free kick on the far side. Free kick to be brought in very quickly by jersey number 13, Nalubuama Shanita. Will be the one to deliver this one forward. Shanita. Away by Shanita. Driving through. Looking to see how far this will be. Driving up. Another throw in to be brought in. Nakageye will be the one to go long. At the midfield levels, driven through. Nakageye again. Intercepted perfectly there by Arakit. Away by Nabuto. Tries to round up the marker with a super pass on the far side. But unfortunately, that is Wanyeze Rita failing to keep the ball in possession and goes away for a throw in here to OLILA.
She seems like she's limping, but probably that is the way she runs.
Perfect play. Very, very good play here. Ball just goes away now for another throw in here to ISRA. ABC is what you're watching. It is the FUFA Women's Super League coming to you live all the way from the FUFA Technical Center down in Njeru. All these two teams are fighting very hard to see if they can qualify for the semi-finals. The team from Soroti OLILA in whites and ISRA fighting hard to see if they can get more bodies forward. Aluka Gress to the ground. Was that Aluka? It was actually Amoding Siporosa.
Yeah, Aluka, of course, one of those mentioned to shine but did not live to expectations in the first game. I think looking to redeem herself and avenge for better glory in this one. They could have a chance against ISRA Soccer Academy.
Nakato loses possession. Leader continue to drive. And they win that ball through Amangat. Sweeping ball away from Ariokot. Gliding header to Navuto. Good control. Now they are venturing. Wanyeze Rita. Chumuhendo Sumaya just allows that ball to drive to Nakato Rebecca. Well, aren't you to watch out for
Chomuhendo?
No, leave Chomuhendo. She's a very good pass of the ball, but there is a player in jersey number 3, Amangat Marion, for OLILA. She has that kind of, can I say, hard work spirit. She never lets the ball go. She's always everywhere.
She's energetic.
She is.
Okay.
Surprisingly. Away by Naluwama.
Okay, the right word would be aggressive on the pitch.
Yeah, aggressive on the pitch is the right one there. Well, you studied your literature there, so good there.
Peter, on time. Well, 6 minutes into the game, and you can try to see that ISRA is trying to subdue OLILA's movements in the midfield and not allowing them to actually venture into the final third.
This is the lady I'm talking about, the captain, Amangat Marion. Has the spirit for the team. Chomuhendo fighting very hard there. Now intercepted. OLILA give away possession. Driving ball now, Navutu.
Well, ISRA Soccer Academy's first choice goalkeeper, Prima, is sitting her examinations at Mukono High School. And as we look at it, it means that Brenda has to go all the way for all the games because it is a short period. That is about 2 weeks, and we know normally the examinations also take around that time. So as we look at it, still 0-0 after around 7 minutes of the game.
Still 0-0 here.
And a lot of talking, of course, communication amongst the girls.
This is ISRA now trying to venture forward. To apologize for that break of a signal over there.
Yeah, of course.
Luca.
Due to bad weather, but we'll get things are moving at the moment.
Fighting very hard at the midfield, OLILA side. Driving to the right. Collected well here by Amoding Cecilia. Away by Namutebi. The fight is at the midfield there. Amoding and Namutebi all fighting for possession. Long pass. Turning to Nagolo. That ball just easily glides away. Ajimo Eglas will be watching that going out, and it's going to be a goal kick here to OLILA. Time running out for OLILA. They need to actually win this game if they are to remain in the competition.
Yeah, actually, when they win,
ISRA too.
They go to 4 points after 2 games, after 3, because they lost the first one. then drew yesterday, and then for ISRA, they have no point, and this is their second.
Free kick here to OLILA. Nadunga Bika should be the one to do the delivery here. It's a very, very long ball there from Nadunga. Chance for the low shot, straight to the goalkeeper, Kasana. A good shot there from the twin, Achen Sharon, whose younger other sister, Apio Patricia, is also on the same side. Bouncing ball. Miscue. Intercepted again. Nagolo with the chest to the Baila Nagolo. What can she do? She tries to beat there. Intercepted yet again fairly. Aluka. Very good backtracking there by Nalubwama Shanita. And that will be going out for a corner. Corner here to OLILA.
Of course, the coach urges the players to be very fast and take positions. Apparently, when the corner is swung in, they need to be alert, not to give away chance to OLILA High School, who seem to be offensive and want to capitalize on any mistake. The corner comes.
Aluka Gress will be the one to deliver that corner. And the referee is seeing some bit of a problem in there. Wants that to be sorted out before the game can resume. Gress Aluka with the delivery. It's a very big one. Brushed through. Unfortunately, Amoding Siporosa just could not get that. She was there together with Adong Cecilia.
Don't forget, Siporosa is already a scorer in the tournament after scoring in the last game against Lady Dubs, the game that ended in a draw, with each scoring a goal. Fazil actually equal put squad the other for Lady Dubs, and Siporosa would want to add on that number in this fixture.
Set a referee for this game, Chiza Aisha, currently handling her game perfectly well. This was the chance. You can see the two footballers almost going for the same ball. Unfortunately for Amoding Siporosa, failing to get that well. Ajimo. Chumuhendo. Nahuto. It's away by Ariokot. Flag remains down. This is good for OLILA. Can they utilize? Aluka Gress beats one, goes down. Penalty.
Okay, now that is the fifth penalty of the tournament. It is only one that has been missed. Who takes it should be Aluka herself.
Yeah, she will.
The former Kawempe footballer, wanting to also put her name on the score sheet so far in the tournament.
Your penalty here for OLILA girls. Well, the team from Soroti will try and see if they can take the lead, courtesy of Aluka Gress, who's looking to score her first goal of the competition. It is Aluka up against Kasana. Aluka, that's a sweet goal. Easy goal there. Confusing the goalkeeper. The tactic was right. She went as if she was using the right leg, but went with the left. Surprisingly, that's super tactic.
Yeah, super tactic. Sometimes you need to think when it comes to the penalties. Though some players just love to go full blast and put a lot of strength on it, I think sometimes when you do that, it becomes a little easier and apparently easy to put the ball behind the back of the net.
Communication from the coach. Coming very tight. Long ball away again. Shanita. Anamutebi rather. Whoops. That's a survive. But this is the penalty appeal again. Was that a penalty or no? The leg was... Surely that's a penalty.
Yeah,
the leg was
a penalty there. As long as there is contact. I'm also denying a goal scoring opportunity.
Here we go, Fiona.
Yeah,
there.
I think she left the ball and went for the leg.
Yeah.
That is a penalty. There is no complaint about that whatsoever.
Tactic here, Fiona, for penalty. Just have a look at this.
Yeah, and the short strides she took. that is being athletic. Of course, Aluka gets ISRA trailing by a goal.
Oh, tomorrow will be a rest day, if I'm not mistaken.
You tell me, because we have matches on Friday.
Yes, tomorrow's a rest day, but here comes Grace Aluka.
Well, it's not a card. It's virtual, so no plastic, and it's safer.
But what are you doing there?
I want to buy Nancy birthday gifts, book my flight tickets, renew my Big Click subscription, and order a shipment.
The Airtel Money MasterCard. It's not a card, but works just like one. Get one on the Airtel Money menu on your phone.
If the purchaser is a business that is not registered for tax, i.e. without a TIN, such a sale should be classified by the seller as a sale to a final consumer.
Uganda Revenue Authority, developing Uganda together.
The day the world stopped was the day we found where to go. From now on, we're not going to leave anything on our plates, because we've learned to savor the moments that were always there, and they never tasted this good.
What does it mean to be closer together? It's taking the last bus home for a surprise visit. Closer together is strangers finding a connection. It's bringing home something much more than a box. It's the warmth of home, or the beginning of something new. There's magic in sharing the things that we learn, because it's those things that bring us close together.
2020 was the year the tourism sector got disconnected. But this year, we reconnect. To leads, growth, to industry experts, to wider markets, to untapped potential. Be part of the first ever virtual Pearl of Africa Tourism Expo and engage with industry experts from around the world. Find out how you can grow your leads, put your tourism business back on the map, and a whole lot more. Sign up for free at www.poate.co.ug/register and reconnect with your world. The Pearl of Africa Tourism Tourism Expo runs from the 27th to the 29th of April 2021 and is proudly brought to you by Uganda Tourism Board.
Stay connected with affordable weekly and monthly voice bundles from Airtel.
Dial *100*2# to select your preferred weekly or monthly voice bundle.
More talk at the best rates on Airtel's 100% 4G network.
For you to do much more with the weekly and monthly voice bundles. Dial *100*2# to get started. Airtel, the smartphone network.
The Value Added Tax Act 1996 requires that the buyer's details are indicated on a tax invoice required to be issued by every VAT-registered seller.
Uganda Revenue Authority, developing Uganda together. Coming soon on UBC.
It is intellectually engaging.
Court does not sit to waste its time. If you have no defense, it chases you.
It is a ruling on the foundations. Business has been conducted in a certain way.
Banks take money from us, depositors. All of us seated here have got money in the bank. And even before you walk out, they've given that money to somebody else.
Deeply incisive.
The law enjoins us to be answerable to the sovereign of the country.
Members of the force, we have always been demanding officers to be highly disciplined and being accountable to people of Uganda.
Authentically symbolic and insightful.
We should work so hard to evacuate this power.
Behind the Headlines, every Wednesday at 10 p.m. with Charles Odong-Tho.
Very welcome.
Probably the most experienced talk show moderator in Uganda, with a team of illustrious panelists. Honorable Margaret Mohanga, a veteran journalist, legislator, entrepreneur and development consultant. And Ramadan Gobi, an economist and university don.
I've really got perturbed that in Uganda we are building parties with no membership subscription.
All on your public broadcaster, UBC, inspiring Uganda.
Hello, my name is Dr. Henry Dungu, a consultant in hematology and oncology. Health promotion and disease prevention programs focus on keeping people healthy. They aim to engage and empower individuals and communities to choose healthy behaviors and make changes that reduce the risk of developing chronic diseases and other illnesses. Join me on New Health Chat every Thursday at 9 p.m. on UBC TV, sponsored by National Medical Stores, who are mandated to procure, store and distribute essential medicines and medical supplies to all public health facilities in the country.
Uganda, the land of sunshine. Breathtaking, stunning sights, incredibly extensive large greenery. Variety of wild animals and bird species.
Well, could be having a problem of connections here, but game does continue. It's still 1-0 in favor of OLILA. Sorry about that again. Just good confirmation that there is some bit of communication breakage from the providers here, but ball up front now. Luka chasing Namutebi, jersey number 17 there, playing very, very well. Aluka stretching that ball deep down and looking for Siporosa Amoding. This is Amoding, beats Amaka, a shot coming through, and good save from the keeper Kasana. I'll try to have some bit of fingers on that, pushing that ball away. Will this be a corner or throw in? Again, very good play there from Amoding Siporosa. That was a good shot.
And OLILA High School at large, apparently ISRA are missing some of their best players, their senior players. Their first choice goalkeeper Mugide Prima, who is doing examinations, and again they have to defend this corner.
This is Apio Patricia. Long ball, very good ball. Cleared away but not away. Amoding hits the post and comes back in play. Nadunga fighting up. In the box line, straight. Oh, there's a fumble here. Another chance could be in, and still. No stopping them right now. OLILA are swimming. It's Araki Dokas with the first goal of the competition. Look at the celebration.
2-0 for them, but of course, it is a mistake again from the goalkeeper. Brenda is Eloni from Kawempe Muslim City School or a football team. But again, she's only in senior 3. But I think her counterparts are doing a lot better, age mates at the tournament. This is her first tournament in top flight football. You understand why she's shaking at the back. A poor decision making because the defender called on to her to get the ball. She fails and then leaves the opponents to score in an empty net. It is 2-0 and OLILA will go for another one to get maximum points.
I love the way Amoding Siporosa stole the ball somewhere there. If you can watch this well, there, look at how she nicked that ball.
Yeah, in between defender and goalkeeper.
Yeah. Well, Florida's blow the whistle. There is a play on the ground. Jersey number 6 there, Ilamai Yunis. It's not a knee injury because most of these players have been complaining of the knee. And judging from where the medic is holding, a while ago could be a problem of the knee. That's a knee problem. It is a knee. That's been a problem that most of these footballers rather have actually been complaining about.
Yeah, sorry for them. Of course, that is receiving medication from the doctor. Realizes water could be a quick relief for the player, and again the celebration. Of course, everybody thinks ISRA may not deserve to again concede the 5 goals they did in their first fixture against Lady Doves, but giving away 2. Remember, it was also 2-0 by halftime against Lady Doves. They need to correct on the mistakes, and again Brenda needs to be very alert. Sometimes such mistakes, of course, cost you not only points, but your confidence levels are also at stake.
OLILA 2, ISRA 0. If this remains like this, then OLILA shall be with 4.
ISRA missing Nagirinya Vanessa, Abunyo Sara, Nantege Irene and Namiro Pamela. If they were here, probably it would be a different fixture altogether. But it's a third meeting between both clubs, and each club has won from their respective homes. ISRA won 1-0 at home, and OLILA won 4-2 in Soroti.
Ooh, good save from the keeper. Ha! That was going in. Was actually going in. Very, very good save from Ajumo Eglas. It was a long distance shot. She had to put a hand on that. It was dropping in.
Again, good effort coming in from ISRA.
Corner. Be brought in quickly here. Corner by Wanyenze. It's brushed away back to Wanyenze. She keeps that ball on play. Launches it low inside the D. And deflected away for yet another corner. Well, 30 minutes of the game played, so 15 to play for. It will be the usual suspect, Rita Wanyenze, to bring in another one. Nice corner, punched away by the goalkeeper, Jumo. Ilamai. It's away by Kwaka. Controlled here by Navuto. Amodi. Driven away there by Apio Patricia. Away by Namutebi. A bit very heavy touch on that ball. Just goes away there for the goal kick to OLILA. Well, this is the chance. Look at this first shot. Distance was so good. Nakito, it was dropping. Good goalkeeping there.
Yeah, right hand on the ball. Good goalkeeping from the keeper.
Tebi. Tebi again. Her passes in the midfield are so exquisite. She plays so well. Swept away there by Aluvuama. Aluka and Arakiti's goal separating OLILA from ISRA for now. Good game reading there from Kwaka. Namutebi. Oh, good ball through. Unfortunately, they just ran out of our runway there. It was the lady Nakato Rebecca trying very much to get things moving through. Marion. So away from Marion there, passing the ball on her colleague. Intercepted yet again here by Amodi, collected by Achen, away by Rackets. Achen. Amodi. Very good backtracking by Nabuto. At the midfield level, twisting and turning Wanyeza Rita. Rita intercepted again by Irakit. Irakit, one pass and away. Aluka. Namutebi fighting for that ball. Aluka does well. Unfortunately, Amoding Cecilia was not there. It was actually Amoding Siporosa fighting hard on that side, but another player here for OLILA actually down.
Yeah, I think they're playing better than they did yesterday against Lady Dubs, though still against Lady Dubs with Fazila Ikwaput. Getting a draw from them needs a lot of credit for them, but better than the first game.
Oh, that was the foul. You can see collision of knees between Namutebi and Arakit.
Arakit has been part of the team since 2016. Apparently, she has pursued a different course other than continuing for HSC. She finished senior 4, I think, with the school, OLILA High School in Soroti.
Good pass from Apio, swept away. Adongo Cecilia. Arakit chasing, good control. She scoops that ball through. There are two white shots in there. Can they control? No, they can't. It's swept away by Shanita. It's more. Ooh. Well, a little bit awkward, and that was from Amoding Siporosa. Was she the one? No, she wasn't there. It was actually Elamai Eunice, I'm not mistaken. It was actually Amoding Siporosa who went for that kick. We're seeing that in the reverse play of what exactly transpired inside there. Amoding having her eyes on the ball, and unfortunately footballer from ISRA just putting her body on the line of fire there and receiving that kick. Jovia Nagolo receiving some instructions from the coach, seeing less of her the first 45.
Yeah, I think for ISRA is to try to limit the damage and try not to open up so much, and then for OLILA go for a third kill of the game as early as possible, coming back in the second half and be comfortable, play under no pressure whatsoever, and the 3 points and march on to either get out of the group. Again, another mistake at the back.
Ball away, could be a foul. Referee doesn't award. And Moding Sipurusa losing her footing over there, but now Kasana Brenda away. Header from Amang at Marion. Ilamai. Amangat. Just sweeping that ball away for a throw-in. Yoko Tunis fouled in the process. Just the number 13 there. Free kick here to OLILA. Amangat Marion shall be the one to send that ball in very, very long. Totally tucked in just like a capsule. That's another foul.
Yeah, so many fouls being given away by ISRA. At one time we were thinking they were searching for a consolation, but they failed on that attempt and now have to defend against OLILA, who are winning so many set pieces and now are taking the ball at the front field.
Marion Amangat will be the one to go in very long. Takes very many strides behind Marion. Begins it short. Well, that's what you get for actually putting a lot of energy on the ball.
Yeah, the advantage some of these players have been given is you can go sit for examinations and come back, go for a game, because their centre half, Ryokot Eunice, missed the first game because she was attempting, of course, one of the papers, but apparently is back and helping out with the defensive work.
Foul throw from Grace Aluka. Score of the penalty and win of that penalty. Away by Kuaka Brenda. Ariokot winning possession. A racket well to Ariokot. Our team cleared away. It was actually Amoding rather. Arakit. Aluka. Chest for Amoding Siporosa. Aluka again. This time Waka Brenda standing tall there. It's going to be another throw in here for the ladies of OLILA. OLILA. Amoding failing to get chested down here. And Hamangat. Away by Ilamai. Brushed away. This is Aluka Grace chasing. And that ISRA rolls away for another corner here for OLILA. 39 minutes. OLILA 2, ISRA 0. And the corner shall be brought in by Aluka Grace. Will be the one looking to deliver this one perfectly well inside the box. Free kick, sorry, corner kick rather. Sorry about that. Corner. Brought in well. Brushed away, controlling the box line. That's good play there from Chen Sharon.
Actually, the coach earlier on was urging them to head the ball. He wanted it to be in the back of the net. That is earning them a third goal. And now look at this for a blind pass.
Apio actually giving away that blind. All the twins having the same hair, so confusing a little. Amoding.
And they are almost the same size.
Yeah, same
they
size.
Are twins.
Yeah, they are twins. Wow, that's a missed cue this time from Amangat, but driven away. Rushing by Kwaka Brenda. Away by Nalwanga. Kwaka. Straight away to Ajumo. I'm still wondering and asking myself where the tradition of bouncing the ball before you kick actually came from. I think that a lot from Ajumo.
When you bounce, the ball actually gives you a better height for kicking the ball. And when you do it alone, sometimes probably you waste a lot of time trying to put it right. I don't know. But whoever it is, probably they do it for a good cause.
4 minutes to half time. Throw here to brought in by Sharona Chen. Twin sister to Apio Patricia. See the difference there. They're all lined up right now for you to see in this angle. The one with the ball and the one at the center. Achen. Foul through.
Well, what Mr. OLILA does with the players is amazing. Yeah, actually, that is sponsoring you from Senior 1 to Senior 6. That's what they did for Seprosa, the player that scored against Lady Dubs.
Yeah, the striker.
Yeah,
Jersey number
striker,
7.
Yeah. And now some of them are in Senior 3, 4, but still studying for free and going to play football.
If you're just wondering, by the way, OLILA are also champions of this competition one time. That goes away for a throw into OLILA. 3 minutes remaining of normal time. Mario Namangat will deliver. This is some defensive header. It was there. Again, very good play there from Arakit Dokas. As Namutebi Kluthum was brought down there by Arakit. Ball distributed through. Ajumo, as usual, bounces the ball. Slight push coming through from Namutebi Kuruthum. Not very happy with the fact that Arakit Dokas went to the ground very easily. OLILA will be very excited with the current result. That ball was rolling. Achen.
I would love to see one of the twins score from an assist by the sister, but apparently it's kind of hard. They all play on the right wing, one at right back and the other one in between there.
This is ISRA at its best now, trying to venture forward. Redwell by Ariokot, given away to Kwaka. Repossessed by Grace Aluka. Amangat to Grace, back to Amangat. Now Apio. The rate at which they're giving away the ball is alarming. Kwaka, Siporosa, fouling in the process there. Defended well by Amangat. So just seconds away from the first half whistle. Now this game is still looked at 2-0. A penalty and some errors at the defense that have actually gifted OLILA these 2 goals here. The referee sees some infringement, and I hope it's not on Arakit, who has actually been suffering a lot with that knee. She's the one on the ground. Arakit. Aluka Grace. Cecilia Moding goes flying. Another free kick, so currently waiting to see how many minutes the referee has added in here. Well, all the 45 are done. Lucas Arakit was the player there. The footwork is very good. Well, the referee added a minimum of 3. That's just confirmation we're receiving now. It's 3.
Yes, 3 minutes of added time, and OLILA have a chance to go for a third.
It's a long ball through, straight to the keeper, and the rebound just not coming through.
Again, the keeper fails to handle the ball. Mr. Mbiru Yasin probably should have gone for... Anyway, I don't know what to say, but we all know she's a second choice keeper, but apparently sometimes also making mistakes with the best.
Well, she added 3. The 3 have not been played, but anyway, there are minimums. So at the end of the day, that's how it stands. It is OLILA leading by 2-0. Very good performance we have actually had today. Arakit together with Aluka Grace are the ones who have actually gifted the team. But this was the chance that almost yielded something.
Yeah, a keeper failed to handle the ball firmly. Probably it had a lot of energy on it. And apparently the resulting pass from the rebound did not go in. That is how they survived swallowing a third one. But it is 2-0. And OLILA just got a ray of hope to march on to their next game to try win the points and probably go to the playoffs, or even do better with that next 2 games and try actually next 1 game because it's the third one, and see if they can get out of the group.
Well, that's how it stands for now. OLILA dressed in white actually leading by 2-0. They began the competition with a loss, and now they picked up a draw and are leading here over ISRA. But let's wait and see what second half will be having for us in just a bit. Let's go down and get more from John Barnes Sentimo.
OLILA High School girls are leading ISRA Academy 2-0. That momentarily puts them into second spot of this Group B at the FUFA Technical Center. Let's take a break. When I get back, I'll be joined by Fifita Pikinamiro, and of course, Joel Muita is down at the Technical Center, where he'll be telling us the tactics that the teams deployed in the second half, and hopefully what they will do in the second half. That will be coming up later.
The day the world stopped was the day we found where to go. From now on, we are not going to leave anything on our plates, because we've learned to savor the moments that were always there, and they never tasted this good.
With Airtel Money today. Agent application and registration is free of charge. All you need to submit as a sole proprietor business is a letter from the business owner requesting for a SIM card and the purpose of the SIM card. Certified copy of Certificate of Registration of the Business issued by URSB. Certified copy of Statement of Particulars of the registered business and supporting statutory declaration in verification of the particulars. Copy of valid trading license. Copy of operational license issued by the relevant regulatory authority. Copy of TIN certificate issued by URA. Valid national ID for Ugandan proprietor, or passport for foreign national, including a valid immigration entry permit, work permit, visa, or residence certificate. Colored passport size photograph of the proprietor and handler of the business. Proof of current physical address of the business, tenancy agreement, or utility bill in the name of the proprietor or landlord, or LC1 introduction letter confirming ownership and location of the business. You will be informed of your application status within a maximum of 5 working days, still free of charge. Upon successful agent application, Airtel will provide training and customized branding material for your business location, still free of charge. To register, call us today on 126 toll-free. Airtel Money. Simple, secure, borderless. Airtel is regulated by Uganda Communications Commission.
What does it mean to be closer together? It's taking the last bus home for a surprise visit. Closer together is strangers finding a connection. It's bringing home something much more than a box. It's the warmth of home, or the beginning of something new. There's magic in sharing the things that we love, because it's those things that bring us close together.
Well, thanks for making a date with us throughout our sporting schedule, right from the Uganda Cup. Now we are for the FUFA Women Super League that's happening down at the FUFA Technical Center in Injeru. It's been a fiesta of football since Group 1 and now Group 2. A couple of games played. And of course, the star of the moment remains Fazila Equaput, that lady of Legidab, 7 goals she scored. It's Uganda Broadcasting Corporation TV. You're watching us live from the broadcast house along Nile Avenue. In the feature game we're having today, of course, OLILA High School leads 2-0. And I'm joined by Fifi Fiona Pinky Namiro. But first, I would like to go to the FUFA Technical Center in Nigeru, where Joel Muita must be on standby. But before that, let me talk. Joel Muita, please talk us through the first half and what these teams need to do second half in order for them to remain as it is, or we can see an ISRA comeback.
Largely, I think for me, OLILA have really tried to play very well, and of course, getting those 2 goals, really dominating everything. Of course, ISRA Soccer Academy, like we all know, they want to play the ball around, but going into the final third, they really looked blunt. Not so many chances for Jovia, who is playing up front and within the middle of the park, trying to play around the ball, but clearly, you see that OLILA High School, in terms of experience, in terms of knowing what to do, they are really ahead above them. And of course, getting those 2 goals through Grace Aluka, converting from the spot, and Dorcas Arakit, the other player also scored the 2nd goal. But equally, they missed another chance for Eunice Ilamai that hit the upright. So for me, I think largely OLILA trying to use the experience, knowing where it matters most, and scoring those goals that really will see them probably brighten their chances of qualifying. Well, knowing that they still have 1 more game to go in the group in the group stages against UCL Lady Cardinals in their final game. So largely for me, I would think OLILA just know what to do in this game. ISRA Academy, on the other hand, are trying to play around the ball, but not so many chances created today, and I think that's where they have really fallen short. But largely, OLILA, you feel for ISRA Soccer Academy, despite playing very well, I think they lack the experience, they lack the composure, they lack almost everything that can take them forward to make sure they can at least score a goal today. But for me, I think OLILA will go ahead and win this game. Not so many options for ISRA Academy from the bench. Clearly, for me, I think OLILA have 1 shot in the arm for themselves.
Thank you very much, Joel Muita. We shall see you at the end of the 90. And we would like to thank all Ugandans that are watching us from wherever you may be coming from, especially Honorable Annie Among. Please, we are humbled by your presence on this TV, and all other Ugandans. Julius Senyimba, thanks for watching. We like the critique. We apologize for the hiccup, the technical hiccup during the first half of the game, but these things do happen, especially where technology is concerned. Fifi?
No, Julius is straight guy.
Yeah, I like him. I like
people like that.
He told us that you be say unya.
No, of course that is going on.
It's slang,
what's going on Facebook. But I like him because he says it outright, and he knows when something goes wrong at the other end. Will also say it out on the fora that is acceptable, other than those that will try to, of course, show there is nothing wrong and go elsewhere. But Julius, thank you so much, and thank you for working.
Many guys are watching Mustafa, Muzira Sambo Maktoum, Ismail Chiyonga, Ismail Dakava is watching, and many other guys are really watching this. And it's great to have them on TV watching.
Actually, he says UBC has made his holiday better. That is Julius Senyimba.
Okay.
So that is it. Anyway, for the game.
Football.
Talking football, I did mention that ISRA may not stand a chance, but they will be lucky not to concede so many, because they conceded 5 against, that is Lady Doves. Then this one, you need to minimize on the number of goals you concede. Sometimes when you concede a lot, it takes away the confidence of the players. But apart from Chomuhendo, Amangati, when you look at, I think all as a group, they are not, of course, trying to do better, but we all know, because with such a keeper, they need probably a better person to come and be in front, that is in between the goal sticks, the goalpost, sorry. But realize that if they can have Brenda do it all the way, they are missing their best players. When you miss about 4 or 5 starters in the team, that is bound to happen. But like I said, for them, they will not even mind being relegated to the 2nd division. But what they will mind is the legacy, what they live, how they played, and apparently their way is also being encroached on by OLILA. OLILA is trying to cover all those gaps. OLILA may not be the best team in the group, but at least they know that if we are to get points,
it's ISRA
that have their points. So they have capitalized on that. Suprosa doing that, Arakit doing that, scoring too. And actually, they should have been 3 or 4, but one was denied by a goal post. The other one, the keeper fumbled with the ball, just left it there, and they failed to convert in the right direction. And for me, it's been OLILA doing the right things. They have not been so superior, but at least the right things that help you to set up, to create a goal. They have done that, and they could be even going for a 3rd one or a 4th one. And for ISRA, it's coming back, trying to, I think, scoring a goal in the tournament will also be very important for them, and that's what they should look forward to.
And as ISRA looks to score a goal in this tournament, at least to stamp its authority on it, in terms of that, other teams need to get the goals off ISRA, because it finally may come down to ISRA Soccer Academy. How many goals they scored against them? That means Lady Dubs are in good state, 5 goals against over ISRA. They seem to be the team that is going to be the punching bag. And it's so, second half, you think OLILA is going to step on the pedal or the brake?
No, I don't think they will. Like we said, goals may matter at a certain point at the group stages. So OLILA, because they also may not even have a chance to qualify. I told you, in a group that has UCU, you have She Corporates, you have Lady Doves, you have Fazila, because each team has a star player. You have Fazila, this team, She Corporates, you have Vanessa, then that is the goalkeeper. Then you have Nasuna, not only her, Shadia Nancha, we did see the lanky goalkeeper. So when you look at it, for ISRA, it's the team that has no, because you have to talk about Chomuhendo, but Chomuhendo may not even fit in other teams if you talk about the star players in that status. But like I said, for me, I don't think they will accelerate more if you're talking in terms of pedals. They will accelerate more and look for other goals.
Thanks, Ugandas, for watching women's football. We really need to support these women. If you're out there and you're a philanthropist, like Honorable among you, I know. Please come forward and sponsor some of these teams. Walk down to the technical center over the weekend.
The teams that come from Bukedia, that one should have a hand. The teams that come from Bukedia should have a hand. But one thing probably that Ugandans don't know about, the strike in Egypt among the crane players. She's the lady that stood in between cranes and government. She's the lady. If she wasn't for her, the country would have been put to shame.
And I remind Ugandans that a little later today we are going to go down to Chankwanzi, where the ruling party, the NRM, is in its caucus. And please, after this football, stay tuned to UBC to find out what exactly happens down there, because what happens there really impacts on our society, political, social, and economic. Fifi, final remarks before we go to
I think for ISRA, they should probably come back and try to limit the damage and try to get a goal, because they tried, but the goalkeeper was very good. And then for OLILA, they should go for the goals they badly need.
Okay, Peter Tai, you must be standing by from wherever. I think you're in the canteen now, because technology at UBC has enabled you be anywhere as you commented this game. Peter Tai, take it on.
Thank you very much, John Ban, Sentemo and Fiona. It is a second half coming up in just a bit. OLILA High School from Soroti still leading ISRA Academy by 2 goals to 0 here. And looks like there won't be any change of armory for both of the guards as the two sides continue to draw closer to the end of this competition. OLILA getting us underway for the second half, and possibly we will be able to see more goals as they come by slowly, if they can really. Nagurlo stolen away by Adongo Cecilia. Rakit dropping that ball deep down. Oh, the flag going up on offside on Grace Aluka. Well, Grace Aluka scoring the first goal from the penalty spot. Now she's there on your screen. There will be a free kick here to ISRA. You look a little bit confused at this ISRA side. Concede. Collected yet again in the midfield. Stolen away, perfect by Nakato. This is Nakato. Good turn there from Wanyezerita, but they're forced back behind. Namutebi. Game still very much open-ended as OLILA will try everything in their power to see if they can actually keep hold of possession of this ball. Off the legs of Nabuto. Will be a throw-in, be brought in by Sharuna Chen. Long from a Chen, headed back again for another throw-in. Arakit. A long ball through, stolen up in the defensive position. The chest is not very bad. It's coming through from Ilamai. Away from Amangat. Nakato. Well, throwing for ISRA. Well, they're not in a hurry, by the way, to throw this, but Susan telling Kwaka Brenda to go slightly behind to now deliver this. Slight push on Rita Wanyeze. Well, nobody would like to go back to the Elite League. Would like to remain in the top game for the boys. And again, very good tackle there. Sweet tackle it was, and the process. Ooh, that's an injury. You can see the aftermath. Skin peeling off there of Nalwama Shanita. She's feeling that pain, really. Marion Amangat to throw this forward. Marion. Back again to Marion. Driving to the box. And swept away there by Naka, that is Nakageye Kezia.
Okay. We have a replay of what transpired on earlier. That is the tackle.
Yeah, it's the tackle and the injury. Yeah, the injury there on Nalubwama. But this is actually synthetic, basically plastic. So
yeah,
the friction over there will actually have to go with some bit of your skin. Well, super shot from Araki Dokas, looking for her second goal of the night, but not coming through. Goal kick for ISRA. Nakato. Good play from Nakato. Driving forward now. Nagurlo. Spin ball from Kwaka. Bouncing forward. Easily dealt in by Nadunga Bika. Aluka. Arakit. Way to Kasana, Brenda. Well, the tradition continues, the bounce. Rio Continues has been a revolution for the OLILA Girls School, coming back from exam to serve the side in defense. The referee stops the game. It looks like Shanita, I don't know, shall have to see that, but it looks to me that Shanita could be the problem.
Young one.
Wondering where the ball is, but it's a throw for Kwaka Brenda.
Was it a bad throw? It's a free kick.
Could be a free kick. Looks like number 5 there, Wanyeze Rita, will did foul. Yeah, it's a free kick. Throw in, surprisingly. Long from among us. Another throw in, but this time to ISRA. Kwaka Brenda yet again to try her luck from the side. All right. Kwaka. Throw in, OLILA. Away from Mamangat. Patricia. Rakit launching that pole forward, but unfortunately just could not get the legs of Adong Cecilia. Ball forward now, looking for possession. Nabuto Sumaya. This was the chance that could have yielded. I think unfortunately it was a little bit heavy. Well, in the second half, ISRA have actually tried very much to compose
they have
themselves.
stepped up their game and are trying to actually play their way. That is enjoying the interpasses, go down for the free-flowing kind of football. But again, they need to penetrate the final third because there is no way you can score unless you go for the long shots at the goalkeeper. But you need to actually utilize all the chances. They have tried.
It is the FUFA Women's Super League. Ball away, ball forward. Very good vision again here from OLILA. They're currently hungry for another ball. Good game reading at the defensive line. Shanita. Nakato. Away from Ariokot. Luka fouling. Nakato. Well, given back straight up to the goalkeeper on the far side, Kasana, to allow it to roll out for a goal kick. Well, look at her run back to our goal.
She will be sitting her examinations next year. That is the O-level examinations. If there is no hold due to anything like COVID-19, she's in senior 3 currently and studying at Kawempe Muslims.
One load from Kawempe. But now let's wait and see what comes in from that throw. Throw for OLILA. Amangat, Aluka, foul. Another throw in, sorry, free kick here to ISRA. Well, the free kick shall be sent in well by Nalugwama. Shanita sends it very, very long. Good play the midfield there by Ilama Yunis, just dodging that ball away for another throw. Kwaka. Mangat did step on the ball well, but unfortunately when she tried to bring the ball back to her favorite leg, it was away for a throw-in. Kwaka. Away by Ariokot. Another throw-in. ISRA totally taking the game to OLILA today. It's been a second half they're purely dominated compared to the first. And so far 55 minutes of this one played this afternoon's match. Throw-in. Kwaka. Long ball by Kwaka. Slight deflection goes away for throw in here to OLILA. Oops.
I don't know, OLILA now doesn't have a lot of numbers up front, yet they are needed probably to go for a third goal. Like we said, the number of goals scored may matter at a later point of the group stages, so they shouldn't be comfortable with a 2-goal lead. Apparently the other teams may try to get as many goals as possible against ISRA Soccer Academy, and now they're letting ISRA dictate play.
Away by Shanita. Controlled at the midfield level, intercepted again. Could be a foul, but a racket is beaten away. Kwaka. Push from Ilamai and away from Ariokot. It's a very big ball forward. It's another chance here. Siporosa, she dodges the goalkeeper. And now the angle becomes very tight for her. She does cross. Oh dear.
Oh. OLILA also wasting a lot of chances. This one should have been glorious hadn't the angle narrowed down on Siprosa. She got past the keeper. The goalkeeper has made so many mistakes, and sometimes we get tired of mentioning them, but again, Siprosa should have done better. But just look at the way the keeper came into this one. She fails to get her hands on the ball. Siprosa goes wide, and apparently the resulting kick is an appalling one.
Very, very disappointing that was. ISRA at the midfield. Stolen away by Apio. Racket behind. It's away by Magnat. Would have dodged somebody very well there. There's a chance now looking for Nagolo. And that's a corner. Well, the coach will be appreciating that. Goldwest goes away for corner. Corner coming through, but very good run there from Nagolo. Jovia. Well, can OLILA come back in this game? The coach of ISRA Academy and his technical bench watching this very well. Rita with the corner. In the way. OLILA benching onside. And Wama Shanita doing so well. Well, approaching the hour mark, just only 59 minutes of the game played. No change of armory for both sides. Thought maybe they would be trying to bring in some fresh legs in this one.
More so for OLILA, who has had players playing consistent 3 matches from the first day.
Now that's going to be a free kick. Free kick coming up, and it was Apio that was actually fouled. The free kick shall be here for OLILA as they look to score another goal to actually call it done and dusted. Maybe last nail in the coffin of ISRA, but this was the foul. There. What's the interesting thing? Achen and Apio combining there.
Yeah, I said I would love to see a goal scored from one of them assisting and the other scoring. But apparently they decided to do that very far away from the box. Aluka Grace going for a free kick.
This is Grace Aluka. She'll be going long. Good arms from the keeper this time. Very, very good arms from Kasana Brenda. Splashing the ball a little bit to safety, then regain the ball here. Ajumo.
A goal kick for leader. Well, ISRA Soccer Academy has great admirers in FUFA spokesperson Ahmed Hussein, who says they are true to their style even if they are losing. Of course, we all realize that, but sometimes you have to get out of your style to try and something. In this game, they're already lagging behind, so they should resort to something else to try win themselves goals and points.
Fortunately for Siporosa, she actually loses her foot, but she regains the ball yet again. Siporosa, there's nobody there to receive. ISRA continue to press. Very good play there from 14 Nakato Rebecca, but that goes away for throw-in. Began quickly. Aluka dropping ball forward from Cecilia. Siporosa. That's good play, very, very good play there from Kato a while ago.
Yeah. That's painful.
Yeah, she's on the ground, she's feeling it. That's Amangat Mari, the captain of OLILA. Sorry.
There was contact.
Yeah, there was. Oops. Another contact there. 28 minutes remaining to play. OLILA 2, ISRA. Yeah. Amangat lead away. Collected yet again at the midfield, was very heavy. Hold it down. Collected well here by Nakato Rebecca. Nakato. Good play from Risa, but just easily glides away. Ajumo. Siporosa. Apio. It was actually a chin rather. Given back behind to Shanita. Now given away very easily. And repossessed again. Ilamai. Grace Aluka. Here comes ISRA venturing forward. Could that be a foul? No, it's not. Possessed again by ISRA. Could be a chance for the low-driven shot, but again defended very well by the defense there. Nadunga Bika kept on playing perfectly well here by Siporosa. Fortunately for Amodi Siporosa, the pass was very poor.
Yeah, apparently it's each team trying to kick the ball to their side. When you look at ISRA, whenever they try to build but fail in the final third. For OLILA, whenever they get its long passes across the midfield and probably to the final third, but apparently Siporosa, who is supposed to be scoring, wants to be feeder and goes out, dropped back a big to win possession for her team.
There will be a throw in here for the ISRA side. Nakageye Kezia. Gone away. Siporosa Moti. It's right in front of the referee there. There will be a foul. And the Lama Yunis the culprit. The free kick shall be brought in by Rebecca.
You can hear the coach's voice. He's reminding of the players to take their positions. Apparently, Kuruthum doesn't have to move very far away, because if they do that, then OLILA can go back for a counter, which will be very, of course, demeaning for them. Conceding 3 inside 65 minutes would be bad.
Good arms for Jumo. Shielding that ball very, very well. Jumo. And she sends that ball forward. 25 minutes to go. Collected well there by Shanita. This is Kwaka. Last pass to top that ball was Dokas Arakit. Brenda Kwaka, jersey number 2 there. We'll be looking to begin this throw very quickly. A foul there. It was Eunice Ilamai actually have been judged to have fouled there.
ISRA have won so many free kicks at the front field, but apparently not getting anything from them. They need to improve and work on their finishing.
It's away from Kwaka. Well, they space themselves very well, this ISRA side. The spacing is perfect. They are totally taking the game here to Solila. Now this is Arakit Dokas. Amoding is open. This is Amoding on the by side. Cross as well. And cleared away for the throw-in. I don't know if it's Kwaka who's on the ground. She's very close to the assistant. She's pounding the ground. She's in a lot of pain, Kwaka. The medical team has to come to her rescue right now.
Yeah, the 2 goals from Arakit and Aluka squad in the first half are the difference in the game. And for OLILA, it's about maintaining the result or trying to go for a third one. For ISRA, it is vital they score or try to come back from 2 goals down. Otherwise, a loss for a second time may mean edging closer to being relegated. Throw in.
Fight for the ball. Arakit. Shot low. Goalkeeping over there. Because I thought it was going through. At the goalkeeper, Kasana Brand, I think had some bit of fingertips on that ball. Just goes away there for a corner. Corner. Also just reminding you that today the NRMMPs down in Chankwanzi will actually be addressed by the president today.
Okay.
And that will be coming in, I think, shortly after the football match. So we shall be going down to Chankwanzi for another live event.
Will the MPs talk to the president afterwards?
Most definitely a chance here. Whoops, a miscue. And that's a foul.
Yeah, as we go for the goal kick, I wanted to ask you, will we have some of them telling him more about football?
Well, about football, I don't know.
Yeah, because that is a chance. Every time you have a chance to talk to the president up front, the best ideas. We don't have enough in structure and whatsoever. Believe me, that puts sports up front. Sports would be a very good revenue generating avenue for Uganda. And I believe the president would love to hear how that is achieved.
Dropping ball from Kuluthum Namutevi. Away by Nabuto. Dunga playing well. It's another chest ball for OLILA. Can they utilize this? A look up Grace. Cross as well. And nobody there. It was so close, but it's not yet done. Arakit. And a chance here. Have fallen over the bar.
Wow.
I don't think if they'll be able to score another. They're getting the chances. Luca Grace holding them so well.
Disappointed he didn't go in because she would love to also score more than one. She scored today and maybe looking to add on to that tally in the coming games. But the best would be scoring against ISRA Soccer Academy. Substitution for OLILA in the offing.
Sweeping ball away from Nakageye. This is Chen. Amoding. Aluka. Good cross. Good control. Fortunately, Siporosa was not there to launch that bullet in. But the game continues to pile up now. Chomuhendo. Good play from Achen. Cleared away by Apio. Throw coming up here. It's going to be a throw. And Jaze number 2 for OLILA will actually be coming in and repressed by Jaze number 6.
Okay, we have a substitution for OLILA High School. Of course, from the coach, it is a message to his players that he needs more than 2 goals. Sometimes you could win a game, but those goals may not be enough to take you out of the group. So that is a message to the player coming. And Rakit has also gone out. Akriat has come on for it. That is for OLILA High School. (2-0) at the moment after 71 minutes of playtime. We have Kwaka leaving for ISRA and Narule coming on. Of course, that is to also be part of the team that will go for damage limitation as they don't concede.
A throw coming up now. 18 minutes of the game remaining to play for. Throw brought in. And more pressing up now. Very good backtracking on the defense there. Ryoko Tunis doing very well. Amodi. Waka with a long pass now looking for Angiolo. Nakagere is here on the far side, defending very well. Lamai loses possession. Good play there from Namutebi. Nakato waiting on the ball from Nakagolo and stolen away by Achen Sharon.
Well, it's a battle for both possession at the midfield level, and ISRA would be very comfortable with that because it's what they do game in, game out. But apparently OLILA is subduing that and neutralizing at the midfield level, with their captain Amangat being one of those coming from the left wing and proving to be the most versatile player, having a very good work rate so far on the pitch.
Brought in by the captain Amangat and the chase is on. Amoding Siporosa. Amoding yet again. Tries to beat 2. She does well. Crosses into the D. Swept in. Here comes Aluka. And that goes away for corner. She was going to be so lucky to receive that ball inside Aluka Grace.
She holds the ball firmly, going to take the corner. Of course, they know it is urgent. They got a third one. This game could be already done, but the goals are needed because the group is proving to be very competitive.
Grace Aluka. It's a long ball in the D, punched away by the goalkeeper, Brenda Kasana. And stolen away again. Throw for OLILA. It's about 15 minutes of the game remaining to play for. Good play from Kulothum Namutebi. Not swept away perfectly. Finally gotten away by Kulothum. Nadunga. Siporosa again.
Apparently, OLILA has no player on the left wing, because at least that pass should have met someone advancing from the left side. But apparently they were all packed at the midfield level trying to win possession.
Thrown by Nakageye. Ilamai. Well, that's a super clearance, you have to admit. Apio. Brother Chen. Well, the finals will be next week. Shall be seeing who will be crowned the women champion of the Ugandan League. That will be the person to represent Uganda in the Champions League.
Yeah,
African
but going through the qualifiers first with teams of the same region. Kenya has already produced a winner in Vihinga Football Club.
That's a long ball. So basically it would be more of like a Sekafa tournament there.
Yeah, Sekafa, that would be for at the
For
qualifier
the
level.
For the ladies.
Yeah, you're right. Kenya is supposed to host that, but they have backed out due to some issues, and the CAF will communicate later. So each region, like they normally do for Chan, each region will have a mini qualifier, then they will go on to the main qualifier, and then the tournament itself.
That would be very nice.
And great exposure for the girls, because the biggest clubs in the world like PSG, Manchester, Liverpool want to send out some scouts at that level, and the girls who are lucky, they may go away from Uganda. That is for bigger money and of course for better exposure.
Good skills there from the back. But now stolen away, this could be trouble, and lack of concentration there from Amoding Siporosa. Disappointment on the face of Aluka Grace. Should have loved to score a second goal today. Down goes Adong Cecilia, or Cecilia rather. 18, rather 12 minutes of the clock remaining to play for, just 12. Still a game that can actually yield a goal for both sides, but the free kick to be brought in by Marion Amangat. Long from Marion. Chess is still very much alive. Chen. So we're there by ISRA. Chen. Amoding. Cross ball in the D. Gets a corner. So let's see what will be coming from this corner. Corner here. And the corner shall be brought in by Apio Patricia. Long from Apio. It's a bit of infringement on the player there in the D. So that will be a free kick, as we shall be having another substitution coming up here for the ISRA Academy.
Yeah, she looks very young. Should be also senior 1, senior 2, senior 3. And apparently she's coming for experience in their first season. Tough one it is, proving for them.
Ooh, give it away. It's away perfectly. That goes away for another throw in here. And Buama Shanita was the player that actually cleared that ball away for a throw. Pressure up here in a midfield possession. Siporosa also gives it away. Namutebi. Rita Wenyeze. Well, she goes down very easily, and referee does not actually buy that. So it will be a throw here to OLILA. Chen. Pio. Shanita to the goalkeeper, Kasana.
Kasana is very alert, came out of her goal, came off her line on time, and got the resulting pass before it caused danger. She goes long, but her team failed to capitalize on. Oh, they get it. They keep it on the pitch.
There's more pressure on the defense of OLILA right now, and they give it away so easily to Nakato. This is good. Looking for Nakato yet again. The captain throws her body right across the ball among it. Nakato with the cross. That's for a goal kick.
Yeah, very, very bad coming in from her. There is something wrong with them when it comes to breaking to the final third. They build well in the midfield. Actually, they have managed to chase midfielders of OLILA at that level. But apparently when it comes to the opponent's box, they have hardly been there. They have been poor up front, ISRA Soccer Academy.
Oh, look at this for ISRA. Coming closer, Nakato! Good save, very good save from Ajumo. Well, Rebecca Nakato trying to pull one back for ISRA. But the goalkeeper, Eglas Ajumo, doing very well and also picking up an injury in that process. Looks to me like the OLILA players could have actually run out of steam. They look a little bit tired.
Yeah, they have played 3 consistently. And remember, they don't have many to pick from. They're about 16 to 17. I told you the instructions were very easy. Namakula coming on for Wanyeze. The instructions were you make 16 players and 4 officials, but if you can decrease on the 4 officials and make 2 or 3, then you can increase on the number of players. I believe be playing on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Sometimes when it is very hot, this is what you get. Ralisa also comes on for Apiding. That is for OLILA High School.
That's a very, very big clearance forward. Namutebi. Girl. Sharona Chen. OLILA now looking to streamline things here. There are 2 players inside the box if they can. That actually put away for another throw in here to OLILA. 7 minutes remaining to play for here. Just 7. Well, ISRA have a football on the ground. Well, it looks like Kuluthum Namutebi is feeling the aftermath of a knock that actually happened a while ago, so she's feeling it on her knees there.
One of those who have been reminded so often about positioning by her coach. You'd hear coach say, Kuthum this, Kuthum this. And now she's getting medication. Of course, ISRA will not be pleased coming out of this match without a goal. That means they will have gone 2 matches without scoring in the tournament. And if you don't score, then that means no points, no wins. And you're subjected for relegation to the 2nd tier.
bit of instructions for ISRA Academy side from the coach now. And Namutebi Kuluthum is in a lot of pain there. That's exactly what the footballers go through there. She seems to be okay. Continue this. Working out majestically, Namutebi. The game shall continue. It's remaining 5 minutes of the clock to play for. Shall be waiting to see how many minutes the referee shall be adding on this. Ball flicked, ball out.
Ball out and no chance for OLILA to triple their lead. Of course, leading by 2 goals. All came in the first half. That means for about 40 minutes of the game, nothing has yielded for both teams. Apparently, ISRA Soccer Academy came up with the most dangerous attack, and Eglas, the goalkeeper, saved the day by trying to stop on so many occasions.
On away by Nakageye. Lila continued to press. On the run, it's Apio. Trying to drop that ball through. They still hold it. The pass was very heavy. Trying to open up now. It's a very big cross, and unfortunately, Amoding Siporosa was not there to notch that ball through. It was a super delicious ball in. Throw it. Manga doing well. Very good.
Good prospect for ISRA among us. I think with about 2 or 3 seasons in any of the flights, either top or second tier, then she'll have gotten enough experience. She leads by example, has been everywhere on the pitch for ISRA. Unfortunately for her, her colleagues and teammates have not helped her out. That is why so far we have them trailing by 2 goals and failing to score at the tournament.
There they come again. It's a miscue. All collected very well. It's Grace with this and over the bar. And look at Grace trying to look for that other goal. Well, the idea was very well. The tactic was right. Just the target which was actually wrong.
Absolutely, it goes off target, but good try from her with a few minutes left to be played for. And now the free-flowing football from ISRA.
Namutebi. Ball shielded away. Amangat. Very good ball there from Apio. Siporosa. Amoding. Into the D. Header! It's in for Grace. Sweet, sweet goal there for Grace Aluka. And this time she couldn't actually just fail to notch that ball inside. But again, the movement of this was nice. Oh, look at the celebration.
What is the celebration about? You come with the ball and then the hands wiggling. But sensational from her. And of course, the cross of the ball is also very good, because apparently when it came in, it came right where she could get it. We hadn't seen such goals in the past matches, but for Grace Aluka, super excellent from her. And OLILA make it 3. ISRA cannot come back from this with a minute left to be played for.
No, they cannot. Really, they cannot. But look at this, really, Fiona. That cross was good. Super header.
Yeah.
Now, that is a header. Oh, that's a goal coming in from a real striker.
Yeah, I've not seen headers at the tournament. Apparently, I'm seeing Aluka do it for the first time, and apparently it goes in. Poor defending again from ISRA Soccer Academy.
So Western ball just goes out for a goal kick here to ISRA, waiting for the referee's minutes of added time. OLILA 3, ISRA 0.
Aluka Grace is just a makeshift striker. She played at left back before for about 4 to 5 seasons.
She's actually better in striking.
Yeah, she has acclimatized very well, and due to the absence of others and the examination fever, I think that is why she's been a target player for OLILA High School.
Goal kick. Namutevi. So now we're again by OLILA. Looking for number 4, looking to kill this here. That's a good ball from Chomuhendo Sumaya. Picks up the foul in the process, brought down by 6. That is Ilamai Yunis. Aisha, center referee, telling the ISRA players to take the ball slightly behind. It's away by Amangat. Now the chase is on Grace Aluka. Can she keep the ball on play? No, she can't.
There has not been a lot to bother the referee. I think she's had a generally very good game. With the game played at a low tempo during the second half,
Shomwendo.
you realize she really didn't have a lot to bother her at all.
It's a big clearance again from the OLILA defense, not giving away anything. Currently they are keeping a clean sheet today. And there you go, Aisha does blow the whistle to bring this match to an end. OLILA victorious, getting 3 past ISRA. And we can actually confirm that ISRA will be, well, relegated now to the Elite League.
Yeah, after losing 2. Of course, with football, you don't rule out everything until the last moment. But as it looks, every team is getting maximum points from ISRA and even maximum goals. As it looks, they may be destined for the FUFA Women Elite League.
Yeah, they'll be going down to the lower version of the Super League, that is the Elite League. That is ISRA, but again for OLILA, you have to admit 4 points to themselves. Maybe they could actually progress the next round, but we still have a lot of competition in this group here. The She Corporates are still there. They are launching in all possession, but for now, let's actually link up to the man himself, John Ban Sentemu, for the analysis of the entire game together with Pinky Fiona. Full time here, OLILA 3, ISRA 0.
Yeah, welcome back. Thank you, Peter Tai, for that commentary. You're very, very lively. You're a wonderful dude. I think you're destined, like Fifi has said, that ISRA is destined for the Elite League. You're destined for greater things. If you keep working, and I told you, integrity and passion, 2 things that will win you everything. We've just witnessed match day 3 come to an end down at the technical center of this Group B of the FUFA Women's Super League. 6 goals scored on match day 1, 3 goals scored on match day 2, 6 goals scored on match day 3, 15 goals scored. Is it goal laden? Let me go for a break. I will get back with Fifi Napik in the middle, close to me, and Joel Muita will come to us from the technical center in Njero.
What does it mean to be closer together? It's taking the last bus home for a surprise visit. Closer together is strangers finding a connection. It's bringing home something much more than a box. It's the warmth of home, or the beginning of something new. There's magic in sharing the things that we love, because it's those things that bring us close together.
That's their way of stopping HIV. What about you?
Kapo, you seem to be in a hurry. Where are you going to?
I'm going to pay URA a visit.
But you can access URA online. Why pay a visit?
To know more about the Kakasa Business Solutions, namely digital tracking solution, the voluntary disclosure program and electronic fiscal receipting and invoicing solution, which have turned my business around. You know I need to be on top of my game to protect my empire. If you know, you know.
I too need to know what Kapo knows.
Kakasa, be sure you are in charge of your business. Uganda Revenue Authority, developing Uganda together.
Experience 100% 4G speeds across Uganda with the Airtel 4G Pocket Wi-Fi available at 123,000 shillings only. It comes with 15 GB free for 1 month. Visit the nearest Airtel shop, device selling shop or Airtel online shop. www.airtel.co.ug/broadband-discover. Airtel, the smartphone network.
Yeah, I think great football from the girls down at the FUFA Technical Center in Nigeria. If any Uganda never told you that Uganda doesn't have girls or ladies that play football, please tell them to watch UBC. They will see action at its best in this FUFA Women's Super League. It's Group B, and it's come to climax, match day 3. Live from the FUFA Technical Center in Nigeria, we've got our man on the ground, Joel Muita. Please, Joel, take it on.
I think a perfect result for OLILA High School, who managed to win their first game at the tournament, considering that they lost the first game against Shikopret, came back yesterday, drew against Red Doves, but they have managed to nick a 3-0 result against ISRA Soccer Academy, who have shipped in 8 goals so far in 2 games. And of course, I'm joined by the coach, Pande Sifu, to give us an assessment of the performance from your girls today and the meaning of this result in terms of qualifying out of the group.
Okay, thanks very much, Coach Pande, OLILA High School. Our message was very clear. We just wanted a win. Because even a draw was a bit tricky for us, so we wanted a win, and we are looking forward to the next game. That's against UCU. If we win it, then we have higher chances of qualifying from this group.
Yeah, scored 3 goals today, but considering that Red Dove scored 5 goals against ISRA, don't you think, in terms of calculations, if it needs goal advantage, don't you think you scored a few goals today?
Yeah, but now we have to accept it. The game has ended. That's what we achieved. So we are looking just forward to win the next game, and that's all.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Pande Sif, the head coach of ISRA Soccer, rather OLILA High School, who have managed to win today's game. But of course, they have 1 game to go against UCU Lady Cardinals, who lost today. And the fixtures resume on Friday. Tomorrow we have a rest day, but on Friday we shall have Shikopret taking on Team ISRA, or rather UCU taking on ISRA Soccer Academy, and Shikopret up against Lady Doves as we wait to see what will happen in those games here at the FUFA Technical Center in Njeru. Of course, at the end of the group stages, we shall have only 2 teams that will advance to join Kawempe Muslim and Uganda Matters, who qualified from the other group for the championship playoffs, or rather the semi-finals next week. So back to you, John Ban Centamu, right here from the FUFA Technical Center. It's full-time, OLILA High School 3 and ISRA Soccer Academy 0. The first game ending for Red Doves winning 2-1 against UCU Lady Cardinals. Back to you, John Ban Center.
Yeah, please enjoy your off day tomorrow, Joel Muita. I know you do a lot of stuff. You've got to do some writings elsewhere, and then please enjoy your weekend. Sorry, your off day, because it's your weekend of sorts. Enjoy your weekend, and please, let's ensure that Shikopret's coming to the game on Friday, guns blazing, to win that one, to qualify to the playoffs. Thank you very much, Joel. You're laughing at Joel. Why?
Yeah, because we are telling him to take a close look at, of course, the teams in the group, but mainly she cooperates. He knows what I mean. I'll just leave it at that. Joel, have a nice time. The team, I predicted OLILA would win by, of course, a big margin. Not beating them like Lady Doves did, because Lady Doves stamped to them 5-0, but that shows now OLILA has to worry about. OLILA drew with Lady Doves, but apparently they have even other stronger teams, because against she cooperates, against you talk about UCU, because UCU now, having been beaten today by Lady Doves, will come into that fixture more hungrier, because it is a must win for the next 2 games to win 9 points. That is to top the group or to try leapfrog Lady Doves, who are already on 7, which will be very hard. So the remaining fixtures are going to be highly competitive, like we say. But that is Grace Aluka for you. I love the celebration. We had we had not yet witnessed a header in terms of goal.
Especially that style of header.
Yeah, that style of header.
It's not anyone's food to eat.
Yeah, of course, you use your height to your advantage, because she didn't.
And you've got to look at the goalkeeper.
The goalkeeper very well.
You've got to
sometimes
look at the
you need to close your eyes.
Absolutely. Most guys that head close their eyes.
Yeah, definitely.
Even the mightiest of all, Cristiano Ronaldo, closes his eyes.
Okay, let me just agree to make you happy. And again, a grateful leader, of course, as the group stands now.
But before you talk of the group, there are many Ugandans watching out there. And you told me one Ugandan who's watching, and today is his or her birthday. Please, take it first.
Engineer Ben Misaga is watching from Bugolobi. Then I have Honorable Anita Among. You mentioned about her watching. Is she going to Chankwanzi?
No, she's not. No, she's not. The new MPs.
The new MPs.
Only the new MPs.
Okay. That is woman MP for Bukedi has been watching. Fred Katende Maliba has watching. Been watching. My big brother. Julius Senyimba, but Ruben Luyombo has been watching. Becky Cynthia Nachimera, my sister, has been watching. But then my big brother Nelson Impart of Mpata and Okampan Limited has also been watching. Nelson, it's your birthday. I just give you Fazila Ikwaput's goal. Just stay tuned for our live news. We'll be showing the highlights in our sports news. Fazila is now on 7 goals in 3 games. That girl is a world beater. I know she's destined for greatness, but if you look at them, he's a Chelsea fan. Yesterday they matched on. That is scoring 1-1, sorry, but scoring Christian Matopulisic. That is at Alfred Di Stefano. So that is a good thing. But he knows when I say this, because Mboba used to play for Chelsea. Nelson Impata. I think, let me wish you a very good birthday, but live to see Mboba win the Ballon d'Or. He knows what I mean. He knows what I mean. There was a player for Chelsea, Oscar Mboba Santos Jr.
So, today's games, climaxing. Lady Doves, 7 points. Beating up on UCU. Lady Cardinals, 2-1 in the first game.
OLILA is now second in group with 4 points. And now she cooperates, and UCU have 3 points. And the last in the group is, of course, ISRA Soccer Academy. They may not go far, but Mr. Mbiru Yasin, I'm proud of you. I know you set up a very good team for the girls, missing about many doing examinations, but still trying to come and put up a very good show. Ahmed Hussein, he says he's in love with their kind of play. Even if they had to lose 9-0, but they maintain their play. Remember, Mike Muteri one time lost. I had a team, I think it was Doves FC. They lost about 10-0, but it was like, we are maintaining our way. So their way, your way can earn year beating, and the third one.
But still, the football continues. At the end of the day, like the Olympic guys say, at times sport is not about winning. It's competing. About many other things, fair play, respect, stuff like that. So if you're losing ISRA, don't mind about it. We come to the end of this, Fifi. Any final remarks before we leave?
No, I just now we are going to Chankwanz. The MPs watching us.
The new MPs and NRM leaning MPs.
Yeah, NRM. There are those that lean towards sports to earn a ticket. And probably NRM, please talk for sports. As you talk to the president, there is no better way of talking to him than when you're in Chankwas in a very good mood. Tell him about the infrastructure. Tell him about the so much we need. We need to host big tournaments, and definitely tell him about UBC showing all the tournaments to the Ugandans.
Absolutely. Please, MPs down there. I know you're watching because you're close to this. The infrastructure in Uganda is the biggest problem, and the monies, of course, have got to be injected further, especially through the budget. We come to the end of this match day. Thanks for being a part of the show. Grateful to everyone who's enabled this happen. From me, John Band Centerman, the rest of the team in Kampala, it's goodbye for now. In a minute, we shall be in Chankwanzi. Thank you.
2020 was the year the tourism sector got disconnected. But this year, we reconnect. To leads, growth, to industry experts, to wider markets, to untapped potential. Be part of the first ever virtual Pearl of Africa Tourism Expo and engage with industry experts from around the world. Find out how you can grow your leads, put your tourism business back on the map, and a whole lot more. Sign up for free at www.poate.co.ug/register and reconnect with your world. The Pearl of Africa Tourism Expo runs from the 27th to the 29th of April 2021 and is proudly brought to you by Uganda Tourism Board.
Coming soon on UBC. Pick of the day on UBC, brought to you by
Authentically symbolic and insightful.
We should work so hard to evacuate this power.
Behind the Headlines, every Wednesday at 10 p.m. with Charles Odong Thor.
Was brought to you by
No one should stop you from finishing what's yours. That's why MTN gives you data bundles that don't expire. Load MTN Freedom Bundles using My MTN app and enjoy the freedom to finish your data bundles.
MTN.
Hello, my name is Dr. Henry Dungu, a consultant in hematology and oncology. Health promotion and disease prevention programs focus on keeping people healthy. They aim to engage and empower individuals and communities to choose healthy behaviors and make changes that reduce the risk of developing chronic diseases and other illnesses. Join me on New Health Chat every Thursday at 9 p.m. on UBC TV, sponsored by National Medical Stores, who are mandated to procure, store and distribute essential medicines and medical supplies to all public health facilities in the country.
Electronic Physical Receipting and Invoicing System, IFRIS. All VAT taxpayers are required to be registered for IFRIS and to issue e-invoices.
Uganda Revenue Authority, developing Uganda together.
Uganda, the land of sunshine. Breathtaking, stunning sights, incredibly extensive large greenery. Variety of wild animals and bird species. A wide range of luxury holiday facilities. Diverse, rich culture. the home of beautiful, welcoming, hospitable people. Uganda, the Pearl of Africa.
My name is Charles Ochichi. I'm the Executive Director of Enterprise Uganda. Enterprise Uganda was started in 2001 with a mission of creating dynamic, successful entrepreneurs. One would be asking, why start such an institution when Uganda has had a history of starting enterprises and the country was known for being the most enterprising country in terms of starting businesses. We have always been rated among the top 3. The challenge was, even when Ugandans were having a high appetite to start businesses, they were not able to sustain those businesses in the market. And meaningful businesses are those that deliver the following 4 things. Number 1, jobs. Number 2, they create a competitive, efficient economy because of competitive value chains. 3, improve the